Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I've got an interesting video for you. Today I want to talk about another flashlight. This is a cool flashlight. This is brought to you by Olight. This is the model R50 Pro Seeker. This thing is cool. The price point on this flashlight currently is around 140 bucks. However, if you stay tuned to this video and keep checking back and check that description box down below, I will be updating the information in the description box because June 29th, 2018, Olight is going to be running a very cool special on this light. I can't give those details yet. Check back and keep checking that description box. This is a cool flashlight. The R50 Pro Seeker is a high output, rechargeable side switch LED flashlight that utilizes Olight's signature magnetic charging system. The R50 Pro holds a Cree XHP70 LED with 4 light emitting cores to deliver a maximum output of 3200 lumens, which delivers over 3 times the output of a high-performance flashlight using a Cree XM-L2 LED. The included 4500 milliamp hour lithium rechargeable battery, okay, it's a 26650 battery, provides unprecedented power and run times for a light of this size. Similar to the R50 Seeker, the light uses a translucent side switch and chamfered edges to achieve a more premium look and feel. The R50 Pro is the largest and most powerful light in Olight history to encompass our proprietary magnetic charging system that our fans have come to love so much. Simply attach the circular base of the magnetic charging cable to the flashlight's tail cap and plug into USB port to any conventional power source, such as a wall plug or laptop. Now you can also plug this into a battery bank or a solar panel to charge this flashlight. The R50 Pro is 5 millimeters shorter in length and 700 lumens brighter than the standard R50 Seeker to make this the ultimate all-around flashlight for home, travel, and the great outdoors. This is pretty cool. Let's take another look, right? 3200 lumens. Now, I'll get to that in a second. Now, it says features here. Utilizes the Cree XHP70 cool white LED. Light output ranges from 60 all the way up to 3200 lumens. Orange peel reflector paired with a slightly concave coated lens to create a balanced beam. Low power lockout indicator under the side switch that glows red when the battery is running low or being hit under lockout mode. Chamfer design allows the side switch leaving more room, okay, for the thumb to make it easier and more comfortable for easy operation. Easy and convenient operation. When the light is off, press and hold the side switch to access the low light mode. Double click to activate turbo and triple click to activate the strobe mode. Now rechargeable through the magnetic charging cable provided with a charging current of 1 amp. Now, that is pretty cool. Let's talk specs now on this light. It has 5 different settings. Okay, so it's got low, medium, high, turbo, and strobe. Now, strobe's not listed here, but I'll give you the specs of low, medium, high, and turbo. So low is 60 lumens, it'll operate for 50 hours. Medium is 400 lumens, and that'll operate for 7.5 hours. High is 1500 lumens, and that'll run for 10 minutes, and then it scales down to 1000 lumens, which will run for a total time of 160 minutes. And then turbo is 3200 lumens for 1.5 minutes. Then it'll scale down to 1000 lumens for a total runtime of 150 minutes. Now, strobe is also included, but it doesn't give specifications on runtime for strobe, so I really couldn't tell you what the lumen rating is for that or how long. Now let's go back to low, okay? 60 lumens for 50 hours. 50 hours is 2 days and a couple of hours, just to think about days. Now, the distance of view is 250 meters. So 2.5 football fields, roughly, is the light output. Now, this is impact resistant down to 1 meter. The CD rating is 15,000. I think it says 15,600. The numbers are very small to read. And what's really cool about this flashlight is it's waterproof IPX8 rating. That means completely underwater, submersed, and I think that's for like 30 minutes. So that's cool. And then it talks about the Cree XHP70 cool white LED. Now the specs, the length is 128 millimeters by the depth is 42 millimeters, and this flashlight with the battery included weighs 262 grams. So let me go ahead and show you what I read. Feel free to pause if you want to look at any of that. And let me get you a little closer here so you can see the specs and the contact information right here where my finger is. Here is the side of the package. There's a 5-year warranty promise. Again, we saw the front. Let's look at the bottom. There's nothing. And let's look at the top. There's nothing. So to open the package, it's very simple. What we need to do here is just lift this up. It's really cool the way they package this. It's magnetic. I thought it was super cool. So when you first open the package up, you see a couple of things. You've got the flashlight and you've got the accessory pack here, and you also have this little note. And what this note talks about is that the flashlight from the factory comes in lockout mode. And what you got to do is you got to twist the tail cap to make it connect to the battery. Okay, so that's a really cool lockout feature. Other flashlights that I've reviewed in the past, you know, Through Night, WowTac, A-Tactical, Thorfire, all these other ones, when you get them from the factory, they have a little card that goes into the battery that stops the connection, the continuity between the battery itself and the spring on the tail cap. This one does not require that. I think it's super cool. And what that means to me is you can undo that just a little bit, throw it in your pack, and you don't have to worry about the flashlight coming on and draining the battery or burning something up in your pack. So we've got the user's manual. Now I've already read a lot of the specs, so I'm going to skip past that rather. Talks about some of the stuff here, but what I wanted to get to is the portion that talks about turning it on and off and some other things. So it says to turn it off or on. Okay, and it says before use, please tighten the tail cap to close the circuit loop. So they're saying twist this, okay? Then it'll turn on. Okay, and then it says to turn it on. Now, charging brightness level. When the light is on, press and hold the side switch to change the brightness level. The output will circle up and then it repeats low, medium, and high until the switch is released. Turbo and strobe. I mentioned this earlier. To access the turbo mode, double click the side switch, and to access the strobe, triple click the side switch. Now it says memorized. The flashlight always turns on at the last memorized brightness mode. The high mode will be memorized for 10 minutes after the light turns off. The memorized high mode will change to medium after 10 minutes. Okay, so 10 minutes or less from the time you turned it off. If you were on high, it'll come back to high. If it's more than 10 minutes and you turn it back on and you were on high, it'll go to medium. Super cool. Now, lockout. Another lockout. With the light off, press and hold the side switch for more than 1 second. The light will turn on at low mode, and you want to keep holding the side switch for 2 seconds more, and the light will shut off and it will be locked out. Now, to unlock it, hold the side switch for approximately 3 seconds, and the light will automatically unlock and output on low mode. Charging. Okay, connect the light to a USB power supply with the included USB cable. The red LED will illuminate the charging is in progress. Green indicates that the charging is complete. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That's about all I have to read right now. Let's take a closer look at the flashlight. This is a beautiful light. You've got these really nice heat deflectors here. The contour, the fill, everything is just very solid feeling. Cool flashlight, really cool. There's your eggshell. This lens is glass. I like the blue accent there. It's pretty cool. And then this is the magnetic charging on the tail cap portion. So if I pull this thing and I open it up, you can see this is part of the magnetic. This is like rubber right here. And then inside is the 26650 battery, running at, what was it, 4,500 milliamp hours? That is ridiculous. That is a very powerful, long runtime type of battery. Okay, you can also see that the battery has an arrow on it right here. So what we need to do is we need to put the arrow towards the flashlight and insert the battery like this. Now you can see that there is an O-ring right here, and once you tighten all this stuff up, that O-ring is what creates the IPX8 rating of waterproofness. Now, the top doesn't unthread or anything. You might be able to get this blue part off to switch out an O-ring underneath the lens, but I don't think it's intended to be done that way. So that's a quick look at the flashlight. I'm very excited about this. Now, the part that I think that I personally like the most is the magnetic charging system. I think that is just super, super cool. All the other flashlights that I've had in the past, I've never seen one that does that, other than, you know, I've done a couple different Olights. I did the PL Mini. It had a magnetic charger on it. That was really cool. Another Olight that I did was this i3E EOS. This runs on a single AAA battery. That is an excellent flashlight. And then more recently, I did this one. What model is this? This is i1R EOS. This thing's cool. It weighs nothing and it's USB rechargeable. It's got 2 settings. So you turn on, first click, it's on, turn it a little more, it gets brighter. Super cool. And then when you take this off, you have a micro USB port on it. So you can charge it right there. Super cool. So Olight, if you haven't seen these other flashlights and things that I've just showed, please make sure to check the description box down below because I'll put links to those. In fact, I'll probably start a Olight playlist so you can find them easier there. Now here is a look at the USB charger. Now yes, I've already taken it out and played with it. This thing is so effective. This little charger is cool. This plastic part here on the bottom is going to turn red, and then when it's done it'll turn green. This plugs into a standard USB 2.0 port, and right here I have a little power thing here. So I'll go ahead and plug that in. And right now you can see that it's illuminating green. I hope you can see that in the camera. I don't know how well you can see that. It's illuminating green, and what's cool is it just knows where to go. And then it turns red, indicating that it's charging. And then when the charging is complete, it'll turn green. So I'm going to set that down, let that thing charge a little bit while we're sitting here looking at the rest of this box. So right here I have a small pamphlet that's going to be talking about other products that are being offered by Olight. The M2R Warrior 1500 lumen flashlight, and then there's a few, there's a H1R Nova, there's a H2R Nova, a S1R Baton, S30R Baton 3, and then the R50 Pro Seeker at the bottom. So these are just some of the other offerings. The one at the bottom is the one that we're looking at today. And these are just some of the Olights that are available from them. And I can tell you that I'm very impressed with the quality of the build of this flashlight. It really looks cool. So here is a USB port, and this thing looks kind of weird, right? But these two pieces go together. What this does is you put these two pieces together and it makes a wall outlet. So you can plug this in, it locks into place. Now you can stick this into a wall outlet and power the USB to charge the flashlight. So that comes with it. And the other thing that we see in here is this pouch. Now what's cool about this pouch, I really like this. It's not flimsy, okay? So it's got a little bit of stiffness to it. So if you were to put the flashlight in there and you're going through brush or something like that, it's not just sitting there collapsing. It does have a little bit of stiffness to it. I like that. Now one thing that kind of surprises me is it does not have a hole where you can drain water if you were in the event that you got water in here. So I kind of frown on that just mildly. But the Velcro is good. The pouch feels solid. On the back side here, you got Velcro here, which separates the two. And can you go under it? I'm not sure if you can go under it. I don't think so. I think it's sewn. So you'd have to go here, Velcro it, and then get your belt in like that. It also has a nice D-ring, which is pretty cool. That's a good touch to it. And let's take a look and see how the flashlight fits in this pouch. So it fits in there real nice, protects it very well. I think that's pretty cool. You pretty much saw everything that comes with the flashlight. So now, let's play with it. Let's push and hold. It's gonna come on to low. And then if we push and hold, medium, high, low, medium, high. And then if we double click from high, we go to turbo. Triple click, strobe. Okay, so again, let's go low, medium, high, low, medium, high. So from high to turbo, that's bright. That's the strobe. Crazy. Now the lockout feature, let's go back to low real quick. Okay, so we're on low. So if we want to lock the thing out, we're going to push and hold. There it is. Now if we push this button, it says nope. You're not going to turn me on. Sorry. So to turn it on, we just push and hold. There it is. So this is a really cool flashlight. I really like it. Now there's one thing that I'm going to complain about. And it's not even that big of a deal, but to some people it could be a big, big deal. For a flashlight of this magnitude, which is a beautiful, beautiful, amazing flashlight, I wish they would have included one more mode. I wish they would have included a super low lumen rating, like maybe half a lumen or 1 lumen, maybe for 50 days or 80 days, kind of like a Firefly or a Moonlight. I think that if they could have added that, this would have been like the perfect flashlight. I really think that. So for some people, like if you're going to go down in a deep dark cave and you've got half a lumen and you're in a pitch black cave, you'd be surprised at how bright half a lumen is when you're in a pitch black environment. And to run for 50 days or something like that on half a lumen, or 80 days or whatever it would come out to be, I think that would be the only thing that I would try to add in a future model. Now the magnetic charging system is just phenomenal. I think they hit a home run with this. The one thing that I really like is you don't have to do anything, like on some of the True Nights, they have like a rubber thing here and you got to peel it back and plug it in. And then if you don't put the rubber back, I'm always afraid that the thing is going to get wet in there and it could destroy the light. I don't know if it would or not, but I always have that fear inside of me. Well, on this, you don't. I mean, I would not hesitate putting this thing underwater right now. Because that charging system is just so cool. And like I said, it knows exactly where to go. It's turned red on us. So that's cool, it's charging. I'm going to go ahead and turn this light on. This is the first setting, this is low. This is 60 lumens for 50 hours. So here it is. You can see pretty good. You can tell a lot of things. That's pretty good. Let's bump it up to medium. Now medium, let me see, what do we have? 400 lumens for 7.5 hours. That's a significant amount of light, 400 lumens. And then if we go up to high, we are at 1500 lumens for 10 minutes, and then it scales down to 1000 lumens, and the total runtime is 160 minutes. That's a significant amount of light. If we double click, we can go to turbo, 3200 lumens for 1.5 minutes, and then it scales down to 1000 lumens for a total runtime of 150 minutes. That is a significant amount of light. Even if we look up the pole here, we can see top of the roof. I mean, we can see a lot of things. And then let's not forget the strobe option. 1, 2, 3. There's the strobe option. So if you wanted to disorient your attacker or something like that, this is definitely a good setting to do that. When you click it back, it will come back to low here, and that is the R50 Pro Seeker. So if I turn this thing on and let it bright up for a second, when I turn it off, look at that. It's photoluminescent. It glows. That is super cool. It's time to do the inevitable. I hate this part of the test. This is the impact test. So I've got this thing on low. I'm going to drop it. This is about hip high. Boom. Let's drop it with the tail cap down. Stopped. What is it going to do now? Does it turn on? Low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. Turbo. Strobe. Still works. Okay? So now let's bring our water here. Look at that. This is actually too bright. Let's go down. Let's put on medium. So there's the water. Completely underwater. This is definitely underwater, no doubt about it. This is completely submerged underwater and impact. So that is, let's check the settings. There's high, low, medium, high, low, medium, high, low. Okay, let's go to turbo. Works. Strobe. Works. So this is the R50 Seeker passing the impact resistance test and the waterproof test. IPX8, folks, is no joke. That is some heavy duty underwater rating. That's a lot to ask out of a flashlight. And the fact that I was able to drop it like right on its head, I don't see any damage. There's some minor scratches, but nothing that's a game changer. Like right there, the blue has got a little bit of pitting, but nothing that's gonna kill it. You know, what I'm really looking for is the glass gonna break and things like that. So nothing like that happened. The flashlight still functions just fine. There's medium, high, low, turbo, strobe. There's one last thing that I wanted to look at, and that is when it's charging, can the flashlight turn on while it's charging? So let's find out. I'm going to push the button. There's low, push and hold, medium, high, low, medium, high. Let's see if we can do turbo. Looks like it. 1, 2, 3, strobe. So this light, according to what I can see right now, will go through all the modes even when it's charging. Now, I didn't read too deep into these manual, so I don't know if it says not to do it or anything like that. I'm going to read here for a second. I'm really enjoying this flashlight. And again, not to reiterate, but if I just back this off a little bit right here, look, nothing's going to happen. So this flashlight effectively has two different lockouts. So if this is on, you push and hold, keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. There, it's locked out. Okay, now you push the button, nothing's happening. It's going to give you a red indicator saying nope. And then on top of that, if you want to do that, you're super safe. Throw this thing in your bag. No worries about it coming on or getting hot. And I will tell you that when I was outside doing the night shots, this thing got hot. I mean, I could feel the heat on turbo. And that's probably why they scale it down after a minute and a half down to 1,000 lumens. And these little fins work very good to dissipate that heat away to cool this flashlight down. I want to say thank you for stopping by. I hope you got some good useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video, and if the type of content that you see on my channel, if you like it, please hit that subscribe button and make sure that notification bell is rung. That way you get updates when I upload new content. And again, please check the description box down below and keep coming back and checking it, because I'll be updating it to their special when this thing goes on sale. Man, this was a fun video. Thanks, folks. I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Go Olight, man. This thing's awesome. Love the magnetic charger.